Hello, and today's learning target is I can solve application problems involving polynomials, day 2. Let's take a look at the first example. Question 1 says, write an expression for the perimeter. So I know that the perimeter of a triangle means all three sides added up together. And so here I can use a variety of methods that I know to add and subtract polynomials. I could use the horizontal method, I could use the vertical method, or I could combine like terms as I see them. I'm going to use the vertical method because I want to keep things pretty organized here. And I'm going to start by writing down one of the first sides of 7x cubed. And I know I see other terms that have x squared, or other sides that have x squareds in them. So this is going to say plus 0x squared minus 3x. And then I even see a negative 7 in one of the sides. So I'm going to say plus 0 for just the numbers without any variables. And now I'm going to add to that another side, and I know that the 5x squared here plus 2x doesn't have any plain numbers with it or even any x cubes. And then I'm going to add then the last, let's do a new color here, I'm going to add the last side, and that side is 0x cubed again, minus 9x squared plus a 0x and a minus 7. So now I'm going to go ahead and add together all my terms. And 0 plus negative 7 is negative 7. Negative 3x plus 2x is negative x. 0x squared, 5x squared, and negative 9x squared give me negative 4x squared. And then 7x cubed plus zeros give me 7x cubed. So this would be the answer here to the perimeter. And so again, not too difficult of a problem, but I want to make sure that I'm using a method that works for me and that I'm ensuring that I'm adding up all of the like terms correctly. So let's take a look here at example 2. Number 2, if the perimeter of a rectangle is expressed by 2x squared plus 5x plus 9, and the width is 2x squared plus 1, find an expression for the length. So I'm going to draw a picture because pictures really can help with word problems. So I have my rectangle, and I know the perimeter equals 2x squared plus 5x plus 9. And I know that the width here is 2x squared plus 1, so therefore I know that the other side is 2x squared plus 1. And so what I want to do is I want to add up the two sides that I know, the 2x squared plus 1 of both sides. I'm going to add those together. And then I'm going to subtract that from the perimeter. And then that will leave me with, some length that will represent both of the sides for the length. So that I'm going to take that answer and divide it by 2 so that I'm only left with one of the lengths. So let's get started because we got some work to do here. And so I'm going to say 2x squared plus 1, and I'm going to add that to itself, 2x squared plus 1. And that gives me 4x squared plus 2. So that is going to now be subtracted from my total. So I have 2x squared plus 5x plus 9. I'm going to subtract my 4x squared plus a 0x plus 2. And 9 minus 2 is 7. 5x minus 0x is 5x. And then 2x squared minus 4x squared is a negative 2x squared. So right now, this amount represents both of those two sides, right? Because all four sides add up to be the perimeter. So what I need to do now is I need to take that amount and I need to cut it in half, essentially, or divide it by 2, so that will leave me with one of the lengths. So I'm just going to look at that answer, and I'm just going to divide it here by 2. And so now what I'm allowed to do here is I'm allowed to divide all of the coefficients by 2, but I'm not allowed to touch the exponents on the variables because I don't have a variable in the denominator with that 2. So if I divide by 2, I have negative 2x squared divided by 2, which is negative x squared. I have 5 divided by 2, which would be just 5 halves, or I could say 2.5x. and then 7 divided by 2, and 7 divided by 2 is 3.5. So I'll say plus 3.5. And then that would represent one of the sides there for the length. Thanks for listening. Have a great day, and good luck on those word problems again. Bye-bye.